What's up, guys? Prince Sports here, man. All right, today is the NBA play-in tournament. All right, we got the Lakers versus Warriors today, and it's going down. And my thoughts on the play-in tournament so far is I think it's good for 1 year. I don't think we should go next season and do this play-in tournament again for another year because you got 82 games. There's no reason to do a play-in tournament if you have 82 games. It's completely useless. That's 10 extra games that you have on your schedule. So why would you need a play-in tournament and 82 games? Yeah, it's good for us as basketball fans, but it also don't make no sense, as basketball fans. So I don't see the reasoning in doing that. It just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? But on to what I was wanting to talk about. I got some NBA layers of things I want to talk about a little bit today. But I want to talk about none other than Steph Curry and LeBron James. Now, since the All-Star game, LeBron James' name and Steph Curry name's been coming up together. LeBron James been buttering up Steph Curry so he could be nice enough to sign with the Lakers one day, But, what up, Beast? But Steph Curry said, now you see LeBron's newest praise of Steph Curry. I think he should be MVP. Once again, drinking that Steph Curry juice. But Steph Curry said, I'm not giving LeBron James a pass tonight. I'm still going at him. So we may have a good game our way tonight. All right. This may be it. ESPN is hyping it up. Steph versus LeBron. And Steph say himself, he don't care about all the comments that LeBron James is giving him. He ain't giving him a pass. He once spoke with LeBron James. And we're going to have to see if you live up to your reputation or live up to your words, because you're going to have to go out there and perform. You're going to have to go out there and do what you say you're going to do. So you say, you appreciate the MVP votes or the MVP nods that you've given him, but that's not going to make you go soft on LeBron James, And if you're LeBron James, you shouldn't be going soft on Steph Curry too if you so-called like him. You should be wanting to go at him. So this shouldn't be a thing that you respect your opponent too much that you don't want to go at them. Okay? Because as you once said, Beast, LeBron got unfinished business with Steph Curry, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, Killer and LeBron James don't go in the same sentence, That's something that LeBron James will never be known for. LeBron James is just a nice guy. Let's just leave it at that. He's a nice guy on the court, a nice guy off the court, So he's not he's not a Kobe. He don't have that attitude at all. He's not a Westbrook. He don't have that attitude at all. He's not Jordan. He don't have that attitude at all. He's just not that. So let's not make him something that he's not. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be somebody else, to be appreciated, But, it is what it is in cases like that. You got a lot of other NBA news. Kwame Brown making a lot of news, him so-called ethering people, going at people on a personal level. But that's more like dry stitching than anything. That's not being a man and defending yourself. All you're doing is just calling people out for their personal stuff that they do, but they didn't do nothing personal to you. All they did was talk about your basketball skills. That was it. I don't know. For this one, probably 25 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know, maybe an hour. Yeah, he came out of nowhere. But if you felt this way, that you wasn't a bust for 20 years, why didn't you say something about it? Shouldn't you defend yourself, and say how good of a basketball player you are? You waited 20 years to say something, allegedly. It don't make sense. Why he waited that long to say something? Because he know basketball-wise he had no answers. You ain't got the answers, Kwame. So you looked at this situation as, hey, I can't talk about basketball. Only thing I could talk about is personal life with these guys. That's not winning the debate because you're not talking about basketball. Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, Stephen A. Smith, all of those guys, all they taught you about was basketball. They talked about your performance on a basketball court. They never said nothing about your personal life. They didn't say nothing about your moms, your kids, your wife, your kid, anything. All they talked about was basketball. But you're gonna go out there and throw race into the equation. Oh, Matt Barnes is half white, half black. What they got to do with him playing basketball? Yeah. Dude's been going at Kwame for basketball reasons. If that any case, won't you pick up a basketball and say, hey, let's play one-on-one if you think I'm a scrub? People call each other scrubs all the time. It's okay to criticize LeBron, but we can't criticize the almighty Kawhi. I mean, Kwame. Come on, man. Everybody gets criticized. Kobe got criticized when he came into the league for years shooting up air balls. But what did he do? He made up for it. But if Kobe kept shooting air balls, he would have been forever known as the kid shooting air balls. Okay? Whenever you're in the entertainment business, whether you make a movie yesterday, today, or in the future, you're forever synonymous with entertainment. Basketball is entertainment. So you cannot say, don't talk about me. Michael Jordan hasn't been playing basketball for 20 years, but you still talk about Michael Jordan, right? You still talk about 93 finals, 91 finals. This is sports. Everything is always going to be history. How many people watch sports and are historians? LeBron James' name will forever be associated with basketball. I will always talk about LeBron James 2016 or LeBron James 2011 or LeBron James this, that, or Michael Jordan, this and that, Kobe Bryant, this and that. Your name will always be associated with good and negative things. That's just basketball. That's the sport of it. We ain't saying nothing negative about LeBron's personal life. LeBron get criticized every day, good and bad. I don't see him complain, and that's a magic, something magic within itself, because LeBron James do his share of complaining, but he understands that, hey, I get criticized. I'm in the entertainment business. Some people gonna rock with you, some don't. But Kwame Brown will forever be associated with the term of a number one draft pick that didn't live up to the hype. All those guys was talking about was history of basketball. And that's what started this all. It was on up in the All the Spoke podcast. All Matt Barnes was saying was they talked about what players that was drafted in 2001. That's it. All right. And how many times have we said Sam Bowie was a bust? He shouldn't go on number one. Come on, man. What about Anthony Bennett? If you talk about his draft pick, we're gonna always say he was a bust. Well, how you draft Anthony Bennett for number one? He's gonna forever be known as a bust too. We will always talk about Anthony Bennett being a bust. Forever, ever? Forever, ever? They should, because Kwame Brown made it personal. You talk about that man's race, his wife. You saw what he did to Derek Fisher. He gave Derek Fisher that spoke. Y'all got to stop thinking that Matt Barnes is a punk. Matt Barnes ain't no punk. Steven Jackson ain't no punk. They made All the Spoke podcast because they like that stuff. They with the shits. Like Matt Barnes said. Matt Barnes don't care. Matt Barnes will fight you now in any place ever. Okay? You seen what he was trying to do with Kobe, throw the ball in Kobe's face. He was always that type of dude, confrontational. And, that's a Kwame Brown. You sure you want that? You think he gonna back down? You think Steven Jackson gonna back down? Steven Jackson be in the hood, man. Steven Jackson ain't no punk. I met Steven Jackson in my law firm. Steven Jackson ain't no punk. If you calling out these guys' personal character, they street cred, they got nothing to do with basketball. Nobody said anything about Kwame Brown personal life. So what is he talking about? But y'all sitting there saying, oh, he a real one. He ethering everybody. Okay, so you ethering Stephen A. Smith, you ethering Stephen A. Smith because he said you're not a good basketball player. Stephen A. Smith, 60 years old, man. The guy just get paid to play talk about basketball. It's not his fault that you wasn't an all-star. That's your problem, brother. Okay. Oh, tonight I got the Lakers winning tonight, but I think it's going to be a matchup, a good one. Okay, Draymond Green said he's pumped up for this matchup. Steph Curry said he's pumped up. And Steph said, "Hey, you could give me all the compliments you want. I'm not going to back down from you." Yeah, man, Kwame Brown's a clown. Okay. How you going to? I know if somebody was messing with me, I won't hold it in for 20 years. 20 years? 20 years? I can't go a month without holding something in. If somebody rubbed me the wrong way, I'm not going to be waiting 20 years. Oh, this is the time. Kwame Brown, you remind me of that dude on Belly, the movie Belly. You're going to get yours, B. You're going to get yours, B. You remember that stuff that happened in the basement? Remember that basement? That's what you remind me of when Nas and DMX was punking that dude in the hood that was in the basement. Kwame Brown is that guy in the hood that get teased, that get punked. All of a sudden you give him a little taste of, power, he go off on you, but you wasn't keeping that same energy when Michael Jordan was slapping you around, telling you a bum. If you're a real man like you claim you are, and you're on that block like that, you shouldn't be taking that from Mike or anybody else. Kobe wouldn't tuck that. Kobe would have smacked Michael Jordan upside the head if you told him that. Yeah, he that dude off Belly. You're going to get yours, B. You're going to get yours. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get yours. None of this had nothing to do with basketball. You worrying about who Steven Jackson lay up with. That ain't none of your business. You mad because he get so-called, what's he say? Becky with the white hair? With the blonde hair or whatever? I mean, dog, what are you worried about that for? Is that that's none of your business? Rightfully so, Bistro, because Mike was spacking Kwame up like, sit your place, boy. Michael Jordan was a bully. And if Michael Jordan sends fear in you, he was going to take advantage of you. But at least Michael Jordan, the a-hole that he is, we know that he's an a-hole. And he accepts who he is. But I tell you this much, if Michael Jordan tried to do that to me, I slap Michael Jordan up. I dope Michael Jordan off a Queensbridge project roof. You're going to give me mines, B. You're going to respect me. Ain't no levels of, I ain't going to wait 20 years. I ain't going to let you disrespect me for 20 years. Man, are you nuts? I ain't going to let you disrespect me for an hour. Let alone 20 years. Get out of here with that. Some dudes is clowns, man. What up, AK? But on to Steph, Lakers versus Nets finals, that could very well be the case, man. But it's all about health for the Lakers. It's all about health for the Nets. I know the Nets is going to run over Boston. I mean, I don't like Boston. So Nets representing for New York, I hope they could give Boston the business. And they're gonna end up probably gentlemen sweeping Boston. That's a wrap. Oh, Steph said that he ain't gonna give LeBron a pass for LeBron giving him all these praise and props. Because LeBron has been giving Steph Curry a lot of praise. Whenever he mentions Steph Curry, oh, you love Steph Curry now, LeBron. Well, here's the funny part about that. How come you didn't love Steph Curry when your homeboys was dissing Steph Curry, LeBron? You didn't say nothing then. You was laughing at it with. If you felt that way so much against Steph Curry, you would have said at that time, yo, that's my man. Don't talk about him like that. But now all of a sudden, because he's rumored to be a free agent pretty soon, you're being nice to Steph Curry. Maybe because you want Steph Curry on your team. LeBron think he's slick. I see do the politics though, Nah, I never been on that before. That's racist. Yeah, that's Monty Reed. He want that super team. He wants Steph on his team. So I'm gonna butter you up, Steph. I like you now, man. Come on, brother. Let me give you that light-skinned brother love. You know what I'm saying? Now you like Steph, But before, you was okay with everybody dissing Steph Curry because you didn't want Steph Curry getting the attention. Remember, LeBron James was jealous of Steph Curry getting attention in 2016. LeBron James had a lot of vendetta against Steph Curry back in the day, but now you like the guy. That's like Michael Jordan buttering up to Isaiah Thomas. You think Jordan ever going to do that? So that's crazy. That's all that come down to. But Steph Curry do it. He said, I don't care about you giving me compliments. You can say I'm the nicest guy in the world, LeBron James. I'm still gonna bring it to you tonight. So LeBron James, get off that buttercup stuff. Stop trying to be nice to Steph Curry. Go out there and go at that man. That's what we need to do. Yeah, I know Mike wouldn't do that. Michael Jordan probably be trying to bully Steph Curry. He'd be trying to slap Steph Curry up. But Michael Jordan wouldn't do that to somebody like me. I wasn't cut from that cloth. I was raised in the PJs. We was raised in the trenches. We was taught to let them things go if a dude disrespect. But Kwame Brown, man, miss me with that. If Kwame Brown was in my hood, you'd be that same dude from Belly. That's what you would be. You would be that, you're going to get yours, B. You're going to get yours, man. Remember that stuff in the basement? Or you ain't better at Mike? Why don't you get that energy to Mike? Look what Horace Grant did. Horace Grant made a fit. Oh, I'm going to see Mike. After he said that stuff about me in The Last Dance. Now, did you see Horace Grant approach Mike? No. Horace Grant didn't do nothing to Michael Jordan. He just sat down to be the yes man that he is. He said, yes, King Jordan, I'm sorry. Be cool. You could talk about me in The Last Dance some more if you like. Come on, man. You got to know the difference between suckers and real ones. I mean, yeah, that could be true, but NBA is a little too woke for me, If y'all so woke, stop playing basketball and go and do other stuff then. Because when them bills come in and that money, you don't want that money to be taken away, Like Kyrie Irving, he's a bit suspect himself, This is a brother from the suburbs that trying to act like he's from the hood or he from the urban environment. He's just another dude that want to be down, If you so much care about the community, Kyrie Irving, stop playing basketball then. Why are you going to get mad at us answering you basketball questions? Or asking basketball questions, I don't care about that woke stuff, man. That stuff is, you know what they say, go woke, go broke. Nah, B-Star, I ain't with that, If you care so much about other stuff, Kyrie, your heart is not into basketball, bounce, bro, be gone. Take your millions of dollars, and go and help out the black community instead of talking about it, Go and do Planet Kyrie, whatever that is. Stop talking about it. All you guys doing is talking on social media. Oh, this is sad. This is that. But then you don't do nothing about it. Stop talking if you ain't going to do nothing about it. Show me the action, B. Nah, man. I'm just a realist, man. I ain't a Democrat or a Republican. I'm just on the side of realness. That's it. I believe if you're going to do something, then do it. If you say you about something, then do it. Stop talking about it and just do it. No, Kyrie, stop telling me about social injustice. Stop telling me about stuff that's messed up. We know what's going on. I don't need you to tell me. Was you a news anchor? Would you work for LA News? Would you work for ABC News? I could turn on the news and hear about people getting shot, people dying, people getting robbed. You think I need to hear that from you? If that's affecting you so much, what you gonna do about it? No, what you gonna do? You gonna ride? Well, what you gonna do? Yep. AK, you're 100% right. Both sides of the politics don't give a crap about anybody. It's all about this, and it's all about pushing that agenda, But these athletes, they pretend to be this and that, pro-black nonsense. Come on, man. No, you are defined by your actions. Once a coward, always a coward. You know, a coward can always hide behind cheap clothing. If you a real one, you a real one. You ain't got to wait for 20 years to do it like Kwame Brown. 20 years? And I'm not making you real. All Kwame Brown doing is dry stitching. All you do is talking about, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Stephen A. Jackson, he go to clubs. He spent his money in clubs. He drank. You know what I mean? I go in clubs for free, man. They don't give me nothing. What's that got to do with you playing basketball, brother? What's that got to do with you playing basketball? You ain't say nothing about your personal life. Yeah, he held grudges, but hey, if you feel some way about it, why didn't you prove it when you was playing on basketball court? Why didn't you become the man that you say you could be? Why didn't you become an all-star? Why didn't you prove the critics wrong? Part of being in sports is to prove the critics wrong. Oh, you say I can't do this? Let me show you. Everybody faces criticism. Oh, this team can't win a championship because all they do is shoot threes. Oh, this guy can never lead a team to a championship. This guy is not a number one. This guy is not an alpha. This guy is a sidekick. Well, you have an opportunity to show us. Kwame Brown was in the NBA for 12 years, brother. You had 12 years to prove to us that you could be an all-star. 12 years. So we have every right to say that we wasn't a believer in you in basketball. I watched you play basketball, whether you was injured or not, and you couldn't make it. Won't you take care of your body first? You got millions of dollars, work with the NBA, work with the league. Tell them, hey, man, I can't go. My legs are done, Yeah, that's all he's doing is talking because he's getting his little, everybody rocking with him because he just talking smack about people. Oh, you're a coward. You this. You a bum. You a fake dog. You this. That's all you're doing. You're not talking about anything that makes sense. You ain't adding nothing to the game that makes sense. Anybody could go on social media and call people out. I could go on social media right now and call everybody a hater and call this guy this and call this guy that. Come on, man. Kwame Brown can't prove none of these claims that he's backing up. You can't prove Stephen Jackson was paying for paying for people and all this other stuff. And if he did, what is it for you? What does that got to do with you? Every time I hear people talk about Kwame Brown, it's always basketball. They never said nothing about your personal life. Nobody said you're not a winner in life. Okay? Nobody wants to hear about your stories about how you came up from the dirt and you got it from. Everybody came from the poverty. Everybody came from the stuff. Yeah, I'm supposed to be shocked. I'm from the projects. So I'm supposed to be amazed by you buying your mother a house, because you was a millionaire? Come on, man. So what? You just suffer your family. I just suffer my family. You made it out the slums. I made it out the slums. We all made it out the slums. So one way or another, some survive, some don't. He said Brian Scalabrine. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he better sweep them boys. Because if you don't want to talk about basketball is second nature to you. I don't know if you should still be playing basketball, but you still got to go out there and do your job. Yo, Zach, that's dry stitching to the highest degree. But all y'all sitting there doing is you just liking Kwame Brown because he's a black guy promoting black on black violence. He ain't talking about nothing about basketball. All he doing is just talking about who could get knocked out and who could get this, that. I don't care about that stuff. I mean, I don't know who's going to win if they fight or they face off. I could care less. That's between those two guys. But if we just talking about basketball, you suck. Yeah, Kwame Brown, I said it. You suck. Okay? You don't suck at life, but you suck at basketball. Okay? You may be better than a basketball player than me because you made it to the NBA. But when it comes to being a pro basketball player, there's levels to this. You couldn't hang with those pro basketball players. You suck. You know, I won't go that far because nobody talks about Kwame Brown. They only made one statement about Kwame Brown, which was on All the Spoke, because it was talking about 2001. Who's connected to 2001 draft pick? Kwame Brown. Whenever you mention something, somebody's always going to be connected to it. If I mention 2011, what's the first name you're going to mention when we talking about basketball? You're going to talk about probably LeBron James, the Big Three, Miami, Dallas Mavericks finals. And if we're talking about that, that happened that year. So we're always going to revisit that. Oh, I see people make fun of Anthony Bennett, but here's the thing. Anthony Bennett keep his mouth shut. You know, Anthony Bennett accept the fact that he was a flop. Because every time we talk about Anthony Bennett, we say he was a bum. We say he was a bust if you bring his name up. And like we're saying again, he was a bust. You know, I wouldn't go that far. Spush Parker was a bum before he was playing with Kobe, you know, but he's connected to Kobe in terms of beef. Who's better, Spush Parker or Kobe? So Kobe Bryant and Spush Parker shouldn't even be mentioned in the same breath or the same sentence. So of course he's gonna get the bad blunt of it. If Anthony Bennett says something 10 years from now, we'd be getting on him too, because he another sucker. You know, Anthony Bennett be like, he'd probably laugh it off, be like, hey, I was a bust, I was a flop, you know, blah, 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 you know. But as far for elevating Kobe, we don't need Spush Parker to see how great Kobe was. I know I don't use that. Nobody uses that as an example. I know I don't, you know. But AK said Kobe's putting on a pedestal because he died. Well, you know what? That happens to a lot of people. You know, you may feel that way because it happened to Tupac. Tupac wasn't regarded as the best rapper of all time, but when he died, it was a complete different story, right? So yeah. So yeah, man. But Gillian, who you got tonight? Lakers or Warriors? Yo, we was wrong on both. Me and Gillian got crow to eat. No, we got to take some L's. I have to be the first one to man up to everybody here. I said the Wizards was going to win. I was wrong. Okay, so I have to eat crow tonight. You know, my pick was wrong. So it is what it is. Oh, you got the Warriors? You may be 0-2, Gillian. You may be 0-2. You know? Yeah, Stephen A. Smith talk shit, but he don't make it personal, Ryan. All he talk about is your basketball skill. If I'm on the court playing basketball and I think the other guy is trash, you're going to want to fight me because I think the other guy can't play basketball? How about you prove me wrong and show me what's up? Cross me up then. Dunk on me. Show me your Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? No, whenever I'm talking sports, all I'm talking about is what you do on the court. I don't care about nothing personal, you know? Matt Barnes called out Kwame Brown. He said, I'll invite you to the show. He said, if you don't want to do the show, you don't want to air it out that way like grown men, then let's fight right now. You know, let's do boxing. Because Matt Barnes is with the shit. Matt Barnes don't care, you know? Oh, LeBron hitting the game winner. Okay, that's a random thing. You know, I don't see LeBron hitting no game winner, man. You know, I don't associate. That's some things. Some guys just don't get associated with certain things. I don't associate LeBron James with hitting game winner shots all the time. Everybody's respected for all different reasons. Some people are not respected for certain reasons. Not saying he can't be clutch, but he's not the number one guy that comes to mind when I think about being clutch. You know, Russell Westbrook got the number one triple doubles, but that don't mean I think he's the best all around player ever to play basketball just because he got the best triple doubles. You know, some stuff is just meh. I hear you. Okay, now you guys are answering to drop the link. It's already 3:39. So if I drop the link and only one person coming in here, you know, it's not really worth it at this point because I'm not going to be. I'm probably going to be ghost close to 4 o'clock. You know, and I'll be back on for the Laker game. You know, so right now it's not worth going on. You know, because if you have more to talk about, or if you have something that pertains to what we're talking about right now, you could make a quick reference to it. But I can't hold on to like a long conversation, you know, right now because it's almost 4. You guys want to, if you guys want to go on live, talk, you know, I love to hear you guys talk and say what you got to say basketball. Just come on a little earlier so I could get you on earlier. You know, and it's like 5 minutes after I started the live stream. But if it's like an hour already in and we're already in, I mean, it is what it is, you know. So do little. I'll be back for the Laker game. If you're free, join us for the Laker game. You could do commentary. Same thing for you, Gillian. Same thing for you, Bistro. Y'all guys, if y'all gonna jump on and talk. Because I get guys jumping on, they stay on for 1 minute, then they disappear, random. You know, there's no point in dropping the link. People just randomly disappear. You know, I dropped the link. Have something to say. Know what you're gonna say before I drop the link. So for the Laker game, I'll be on. All right. Okay, that's just a stat. Fun fact, dude, little Russell Westbrook got more triple doubles than LeBron James. So what happens if people say Westbrook is a better all around player? You got to stop using stats for everything. Stats don't always tell the whole story. I could say, fun fact, Bill Russell got 11 championships. That don't make him the greatest. It's not always so cookie cutter clean as win the most championships, you're the best. Win this, you're the best. It don't mean it varies. It's levels to this. There's levels to this basketball stuff. LeBron ain't number one in every stat. Yeah, you know. But Steph Curry is going to be on fire tonight, hopefully, and LeBron James. Let's see both of them live up to their reputation, you know? Oh, okay. Oh, I know why. Bistro is going to be. Bistro must got some money going on for the get to today's game. Yeah, but if I had to take a pick from, like, take this for example. If I want somebody to score the basketball, I still rather go with Kobe than LeBron, even though LeBron has a better field goal percentage. But you know, you got to always break that down. LeBron James is an attacker; he slashes the basket more. When it comes to mid-range jump shooting, I still take Kobe. Or just shooting in general, I'm taking Kobe. He got better. LeBron's all right. He's all right three-point shooter. I'm not saying he sucked. I'm just saying, you know, who would you rather have a three-point shot, LeBron or Steph? I'm going with Steph. I don't care if LeBron had a season when he shot higher field goal percentage. I want Steph to shoot the three-point shot, period. Yeah, I hope it's a great game. Yeah. Nobody said it's bad. I mean, it's okay. You know, LeBron could shoot 34. I mean, you got to drop that whole stat nerd analytics stuff because it don't pay the bills all the time. You know, it's like me saying LeBron James has the most win shares than blah blah blah. That don't give you a point over anybody else. You know, some stats are just meaningless. Okay, I mean he should. He's playing 18 years or 20 years or whatever with basketball. He should have a tight resume of numbers. We don't compare him to all-time great shooters. I know when you say that, you know. Who compares LeBron to all-time great shooters? Nobody said LeBron was the greatest three-point shooter. That's just LeBron James fanboy logic. That's a LeBron James fanboy logic. You think the whole world revolves around LeBron, that we compare LeBron in everything. I have never said LeBron James in the same breath with shooters. I don't even mention Michael Jordan in the same breath with three-point shooters. I never mention them guys. Them guys. Never. You talk about three-point shooters, we talk about Ray Allen, Larry Bird, Steph Curry, guys like that. LeBron James is great in other things, but I don't put him in the three-point contest. I don't put Mike in it. Uh, that's a good battle. That's a good battle. Steph will have to go off against Phoenix to beat them because Phoenix got a little more firepower, you know? Yeah, LeBron could get hot, but, you know, any superstar could get hot. He said Clifford. Oh, Zach got Warriors winning. And this is coming from a guy that don't like Steph Curry. That's a shocker. That's a shocker within itself. I don't know about that, Doolittle. We got to wait and see. I don't see LeBron hitting the game winner tonight. I think whoever wins tonight game is going to be by like 5 or 6. But I don't think it's going to be a situation where anybody's hitting a game winner. You know, somebody's just going to have to get their butt kicked and blown off the court. I hope it's not a blowout, though. Oh, Zach don't want the Lakers to make the playoffs. Well, AK, that means Draymond will have to average more than a triple single tonight. Can Draymond average more than a triple single tonight to help the Warriors beat the Lakers? Yeah, I mean, I don't see no team in the Western Conference beating the Lakers neither, especially fully healthy. But who has more pressure tonight, Steph Curry or LeBron James? Who's under more scrutiny tonight, LeBron James or Steph Curry? Who's facing more pressure, LeBron James or Steph Curry? Michael Porter Jr. is a beast. He's coming up. No, Doolittle says LeBron James is under way more pressure. Um, Being the fact that LeBron won the title last year, I can't say he has most pressure. I would say it's a little more for me. I think it's a little more on Steph. I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. I'm gonna say it's a little bit more on Steph because he got to lead his team to the playoffs because of the whole superstar knock. Yeah. Does anybody know if Anthony Davis played tonight? I heard Anthony Davis was injured. Okay. Now, as far for like something that AK said that I want to address. AK said that Kwame Brown is the most talked about when it comes to bust. Let me rephrase that. When it comes to GOATs, who name comes up the most? Is Michael Jordan, right? And if it's not Michael Jordan, it's probably LeBron James, right? So whenever you pick a category or something, there's always going to be a leader and there's always going to be a least leader. So if Kwame Brown is looked upon as the biggest bust in NBA history, it's debatable. It's not a fact. But if more people feel that way, I mean, it's just like saying more people feel Jordan is the GOAT. You know, some people feel more about a certain way than others, you know? So it's all opinion related. You know, he said Kwame was a bum, you know? Man, Kwame Brown was slow footed, had a hard time catching the ball just for lobs. You know, he was a mess. But he won't tell you that. All he's talking about is how gangster he was. And, you know, what he could do to people. I mean, I don't get it. Kwame Brown, I don't believe you. You need more people. I don't care about your gangster, dog. That gangster stuff means nothing to me. I'm from the bricks. You think I haven't seen guys get busy? So your tough talk, that don't impress me. Anybody talking tough to me, it don't impress me. I'm not impressed by your gangster talk and how many guns you got. You think where I come from, my hood, people don't get guns? I'm supposed to be shot by that? I'm supposed to be shaken? Man, dog, go somewhere with that, man. Nobody afraid of you, dog. Matt Barnes not afraid of you, Kwame. You gonna get yours, Brown? Dog, you the dude from Belly, man. You know, now if you think of Kwame Brown as the biggest bust in NBA history, that's on you. That's your opinion. You know, but he shouldn't be getting mad about that. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion in sports. It's about being objective and subjective. You know, for me, the biggest bust in NBA history, I would have to probably say one of them is Anthony Bennett. Man, Anthony Bennett was trash. You know, he's up there. You know, but whenever you number one draft pick, you people suspect a lot from you. You know, if you don't live up to it, then you know. Harrison Morrison was bad too, man. Oh God, there was a lot. You know, there was a lot. You know, so Larry Bird. What does Larry Bird got to do with bust? Larry Bird is a multiple-time All-Star. That's a troll comment. Do little out here bugging. Nobody gonna right. You don't even have to be the biggest Larry Bird fan. You can't be saying he a bust. There's nothing bust about Larry Bird. Larry Bird was a beast. Hell yeah, Larry Bird was a beast. Man, his name should Larry Bird and bust don't even go in the same sentence, man. We talking about the bums, you know? All right. All right. But Doolittle, you could explain that in okay. You know, but when we go on live for the Laker game, Doolittle, you could definitely call in, you know, get the link, call in, and do your thing, man. Broadcast the game. You and Gillian could do it. I mean, if you want to, you know, the door is open. Ricky Rubio was a bust. I mean, it's all opinion related, you know. It's all opinion related. Man, Doolittle, you talk a lot about Larry Bird. Every time I notice when you talk basketball, you can't help it but to mention Larry Bird and stuff. What is it about Larry Bird that's so fascinating for you? I wouldn't be surprised. Is Larry Bird your GOAT? I won't be surprised if you got Larry Bird over Mike and LeBron probably, because that you talk about him an awful lot. I notice a lot every time I talk to you when you come on live. You talk about Larry Bird. I mean, Larry Bird got to be probably your favorite player. You can't talk about a guy that much and say he's not your favorite player. He got to be up there with one of your favorite players. I could eat to that in a second, AK. Is a Joker super athletic, but ain't he an all-star? You know how many slow-footed guys playing in today's league that are all-stars? Luka is not an athletic guy, but ain't he an all-star? Larry Bird would be probably a more better version of Luka. If not, way better. I mean, with more toughness. But Luka ain't soft neither, you know? You expect him for multiple reasons. Okay. He said probably because he's white. Larry Bird was a beast, man. Larry Bird was giving the business to guys 10 times more athletic than him, and still winning, you know? So what makes you think he can't do it today? Because he could beat you with this. All right. Plenty of guys got this, but no athletic ability, and they still beating guys today. As we talk about today basketball. It's going on today. So you got Larry Birds in the league right now, beasting on people. Man, Floyd Mayweather looked like he haven't took a bath in a month. Dude got a beard like this, you know. And he barely training for the fight. I mean, he must be taking this fight real easy. French lick. Okay. But man, we almost about to be out of here, man. But before we get out of here, we got Lakers, Warriors tonight. Go on live and see how this game turns out. Who's going to drop a 50 ball? Who may hit a game-winning shot? Who's going to be the man? We got a lot. You know, Hoop Facts will probably be here later. You know, I know he got a lot to talk about. You know, so we're gonna end it off right now, man. We had a good time talking some sports. We had to air some people out. You know, we had to air out the fake people. You know, Kwame Brown out here stunting. No, but peace, y'all. We out. Have a good one, man. Now, why does this one go off? Look like it's getting frozen. This is why I need a new laptop, because I can't close out on some of my stuff. It's just getting frozen. All right, peace, y'all.